Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves, because the courtroom bombshell you never saw coming just detonated, and it's bigger than any reality TV twist you've witnessed. After months of speculation, heartbreak, and jaw-dropping revelations, Yandy has officially won a staggering $200 million from Mendeecees in court. But here's the kicker. He hasn't paid a single dollar yet. Yes, you heard that right. $200 million. And it's hanging in limbo, fueling outrage, memes, and endless debates online. But why did the court hand down this unprecedented verdict? Because explosive new footage surfaced showing Mendeecees secretly marrying Tamar, all while still being legally bound to Yandy. The proof? Ring on her finger, vows exchanged, and a betrayal so blatant it left the courtroom gasping. The judge didn't hesitate. He ordered Mendeecees to compensate Yandy for years of deception, manipulation, and broken trust. So now the question isn't just about the money. It's about accountability, exposure, and justice finally served. Will Mendeecees pay up? Will Yandy finally get closure, or will this scandal spiral even further out of control? Stay tuned, because this is a story of deception, courtroom drama, and millions on the line, and trust me, you won't want to blink. The courtroom was electric, every eye glued to the unfolding spectacle, every camera angle capturing the tension thick enough to cut with a knife. Yandy, composed yet visibly determined, sat poised as the world watched, waiting for her moment to speak. For years, she and Mendeecees were considered the ultimate power couple, a relationship built on resilience, love, and public admiration. Fans idolized them. Social media worshipped them. They were the picture of unshakable unity, surviving trials, tribulations, and endless speculation. Or so we thought. But behind the glossy Instagram posts, public appearances, and joint business ventures, whispers began to circulate. Missed calls, sudden trips, cryptic messages. A shadow of suspicion loomed. The internet speculated. The blogs raged. And yet, the true story remained hidden until Yandy stepped into that courtroom with the explosive evidence no one saw coming. Sources claim the entire ordeal started when Yandy stumbled upon footage that would change everything. Mendeecees, yes, the man who vowed loyalty and love, was secretly committing to Tamar, placing a ring on her finger in a ceremony that defied not just morality but legality. The betrayal wasn't subtle. It was audacious, undeniable, and, as Yandy's legal team argued, deserving of the highest level of compensation. Every moment of the court session highlighted the stark contrast between image and reality. Mendeecees, usually calm under scrutiny, was visibly uncomfortable. The flashing cameras caught every micro-expression, tightened jaw, fleeting hesitation, a hand twitching nervously. Yandy, in contrast, exuded clarity, her testimony precise, detailing years of manipulation, deceit, and the unraveling of trust piece by piece. It wasn't just about the betrayal, it was about financial and emotional devastation. According to anonymous insiders, Yandy had been excluded from major decisions, blindsided by secret dealings, and left questioning every move in her marriage. Her legal team argued passionately. This wasn't just a personal matter, it was a deliberate pattern of deception, and the $200 million verdict reflected the gravity of the betrayal. Meanwhile, public reaction exploded online. Fans, once loyal to the power couple, now dissected every moment, every interaction, every post from years past. Social media feeds flooded with hashtags. Hashtag Yandy wins, hashtag Mendeecees exposed, hashtag justice for Yandy. Memes, commentary, and conspiracy theories proliferated faster than anyone could refresh their screens. Some defended Mendeecees, citing misunderstandings or coincidences, while the majority condemned the secret marriage as nothing short of a scandalous betrayal. The court didn't stop at emotional testimony. Yandy's team presented the footage in vivid detail, highlighting the ring exchange, intimate vows, and other unmistakable evidence of a secret life Mendeecees had been hiding. The judge's reaction was sharp and immediate, a clear acknowledgement that the betrayal warranted not only moral outrage, but financial restitution. The $200 million figure wasn't arbitrary. It symbolized years of deception, lost trust, and a life appended by secret actions. By the end of the session, one thing was undeniable. The era of Yandy and Mendeecees as the untouchable power couple was over. Fans were left stunned, commentators were scrambling to dissect the fallout, and the world had just witnessed the first act of what promised to be the most talked-about scandal of the year. And just when the dust seemed to settle, the real question hung in the air. Will Mendeecees pay the $200 million? Or will he find a way to dodge justice, leaving Yandy's vindication in limbo? The stage was set, the drama was just beginning, and the world was watching every second. The courtroom may have recessed, but the drama was far from over. Outside, cameras swarmed, reporters scribbled frantically, and social media exploded into a frenzy that rivaled any celebrity feud in history. Every angle of the story was dissected, every micro-expression analyzed, and every whispered rumor suddenly felt like gospel. Yandy's victory, though legally confirmed, had ignited a wildfire of speculation. Would Mendeecees actually pay the $200 million? Or was this just another twist in an ongoing saga of celebrity intrigue? Anonymous insiders immediately began leaking details that painted an even more dramatic picture. Sources claimed that Mendeecees had been juggling multiple lives, and the footage Yandy presented was only the tip of the iceberg. He was living a double life for years, one source alleged. Fans saw a perfect marriage. What they didn't see was secret meetings, late-night flights, and ring exchanges behind closed doors. According to these sources, Tamar wasn't just a passive participant. She was an active part of the deception, a co-conspirator in what many now call the ultimate betrayal. The internet didn't wait. Within minutes, hashtags were trending worldwide. Hashtag Yandy wins big. Hashtag Mendeecees exposed. Hashtag secret marriage scandal. Memes circulated showing Mendeecees handing over a giant check, juxtaposed with Yandy's courtroom triumph. Talk shows, YouTube channels, and gossip blogs scrambled to break down every frame of the footage, analyzing body language, tone of voice, and even the gleam of the ring in the secret ceremony. Every post, every tweet, every reaction added fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, experts in celebrity legal battles weighed in, theorizing about what this $200 million payout could mean. Some claimed it could set a precedent for similar cases, especially when a high-profile spouse hides secret relationships or marriages. Financial analysts speculated that if Mendeecees delayed payment, it could result in garnishments, asset freezes, or even bankruptcy proceedings. The drama was no longer just emotional, it was now deeply financial, turning a personal betrayal into a spectacle of wealth, power, and consequence. Yandy, for her part, maintained an aura of calm that contrasted sharply with the chaos surrounding her. According to court reports, she had prepared meticulously, ensuring every piece of evidence, every timeline, and every witness corroboration left no room for doubt. Her composure, combined with the undeniable footage, created an image of a woman who had been wronged but refused to be silenced. This wasn't revenge, it was justice served with precision and strategy. And then came the reactions from fans. Some expressed awe at her courage. She didn't just win the case, she reclaimed her life, read one viral comment. Others speculated about Tamar's role, questioning whether she was aware of the consequences of her actions. Meanwhile, Mendeecees' defenders offered tepid explanations about misunderstandings, timing, and alleged exaggerations, but the momentum had clearly shifted. Public perception had already sided with Yandy, painting the narrative as a cautionary tale of betrayal, accountability, and empowerment. Even as the dust settled on part one of the scandal, the world could sense the next chapter approaching. Would Mendeecees finally pay the $200 million? Would further evidence surface to complicate the story? And most importantly, how would Yandy leverage her newfound freedom and vindication? The stage was set, the audience was hooked, and the scandal was far from over. As the courtroom doors closed, the fallout began in full force. Yandy had won the $200 million judgment, but the real story wasn't just the money, it was the exposure of Mendeecees' secret life, the betrayal, and the public unraveling of a carefully curated image. Fans, analysts, and gossip hounds alike were glued to every update, dissecting each twist like it was a live soap opera. Social media feeds flooded with reactions, theories, and memes, while hashtags like #YandyWins, #Mendeecees exposed, and #Secret Marriage Scandal continued to dominate trending lists worldwide. Insiders claimed that behind closed doors, Mendeecees' team scrambled to strategize damage control. Lawyers whispered about delayed payments, structured settlements, and potential appeals, but the optics were disastrous. The narrative was no longer just about a divorce. It had become a full-blown public relations nightmare, with every misstep magnified under the relentless gaze of the internet. Some speculated that even Tamar's role in the secret marriage could now be scrutinized legally, creating potential civil complications that could extend far beyond the courtroom. Meanwhile, Yandy's public image soared. Clips of her composure, her measured statements, and the strategic presentation of damning footage circulated endlessly. Analysts and fans praised her for reclaiming her narrative, turning betrayal into empowerment, and proving that preparation and evidence always trump public spin. She didn't just win a case, she won the court of public opinion, read one viral tweet, summing up the sentiment. Her social media accounts exploded with supportive comments, congratulations, and admiration for her courage, reinforcing her status as a formidable figure in the saga. Mendeecees, in contrast, faced mounting scrutiny. Every delayed payment, every vague statement, every attempt at explanation was dissected online. Memes mocking his predicament went viral within hours, while finance blogs speculated about potential asset freezes and public backlash. The consensus was clear. Even if he paid, the damage to his reputation was irreparable. Fans debated whether this scandal would affect endorsements, collaborations, and social appearances, turning the personal betrayal into a multifaceted career crisis. Meanwhile, Tamar's image became the focus of intense public curiosity. Was she knowingly part of the secret marriage? Was she complicit in the deception, or merely a pawn caught in the middle? Talk shows, YouTube commentary, and social media influencers eagerly dissected every post, comment, and appearance, fueling endless speculation. The triangle of secrecy, betrayal, and legal consequence had captivated the public in a way few stories ever could, blurring the lines between personal scandal and cultural obsession. As the dust settled, one thing became clear: this saga was far from over. The $200 million judgment was just the beginning. The story had expanded into a cautionary tale of trust, deception, and the extraordinary lengths someone will go to protect or reclaim their life. For Yandy, it was closure, empowerment, and vindication. For Mendeecees, a public reckoning, and for the world, a reminder that no secret remains hidden forever. The stage was set for the next chapter, and the audience couldn't look away. Would Mendeecees finally pay? Would further evidence emerge? And most importantly, how would Yandy leverage her victory in the court of both law and public opinion? The answers would continue to unfold, keeping fans hooked, debates raging, and the story alive long after the gavel fell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the story doesn't just end in a courtroom or in legal documents. It lives with every one of us who has witnessed this unprecedented saga unfold. Yandy has claimed victory, $200 million in her name, and a story of empowerment that will echo through social media, gossip columns, and cultural discussions for years to come. But here's the burning question: will Mendeecees pay? Will the money ever reach Yandy, or will the legal limbo drag on while the public watches, mouths agape, and speculation runs wild? This isn't just about money. This is about betrayal exposed, lies unmasked, and the truth finally standing in the spotlight. Every whispered secret, every hidden interaction, every alleged betrayal has now been laid bare for the world to see. And yet, the drama is far from over. Tamar's role, Mendeecees' response, and the ripple effects of this revelation continue to captivate millions. The internet hasn't just reacted, it's erupted. Hashtags are trending. Analysts are dissecting every move. And you, yes you, are part of this unfolding spectacle. So, We want to hear from you. Who do you think holds the real power in this saga? Is this the ultimate moment of justice for Yandy, or merely the beginning of another dramatic chapter? How far will Mendeecees go to protect himself, and what secrets might still lie beneath the surface, waiting to explode? Smash that like button if you were shocked by this jaw-dropping revelation. Comment below with your theories, opinions, and predictions. Share this story far and wide because the world needs to see how truth, betrayal, and power collide in the most public of arenas. And don't forget to subscribe because when the next explosive twist hits, you'll want to be the first to know. The saga isn't over, and one thing is for certain, the internet will never forget this battle, this scandal, this epic showdown.